before I was really interrupted by this nigga that I felt was following me, man. You know, I went into the gym. I was gonna get some popcorn, but it's a lot of in there. I'm not feeling good. I'm back in the sun. Of course. You got to keep that constant sunlight, man. This life is beautiful, bro. And it can go just like that. This life is beautiful, bro. Radio coming in, so there's no reason to be depressed or anything. I'm really walking outside right now, listening to music with a water bottle in my hand. I have no fucking money, and I'm happy, bro. But I know that it's just temporary. Being broke is temporary, bro. Happiness is way more important than fucking money. It's billionaires out here that's fucking depressed, bro. And this nigga's with $0 in their bank account, happiest nigga you'll ever see. In the Bible, I don't have an exact scripture, but it definitely says life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's what that doesn't say in the Bible, but that says it in the Declaration of Independence, I'm pretty sure. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's something that the government cannot take away. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It doesn't say anything about money, any worldly things, fleshly things, any fleshly pleasures, anything like that, any luxuries, nothing like that. It just says life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. There's some rich billionaires. They're rich in this, this world, and they're not rich in religion. And if you look at it, they're not rich at all. But the family man working 3 jobs, but he's rich in religion. He has wealth. This man has riches. This other guy has wealth. The guy with no family doesn't believe in God. He has no money. He has money, but he doesn't have wealth. He has riches, but he doesn't have wealth. The man with the family, however, he has wealth. He may not have the riches. He may not have the worldly pleasures that all the want and desire, right? But he does have wealth. He has a family and he's happy. That's all you need. You don't need all this other designer, nothing like that. Yeah, it's cool, yeah, it's flashy, yeah, it's nice, but it's just another worldly, fleshly pleasure. And that's the problem with this society nowadays. I mean, I'm kind of talking like I'm Mr., like lifted up or whatever, but I'm not. Like, seriously, like, this is how I actually feel. Like, this is how I actually am. Like these people my age are just so stuck on money, designer, fucking hoes, all this, da-da-da-da, just trying to get the nut off, right? I could be doing all that, but I'm way better than that. Saw that TikTok video. This nigga was in the front of the Uber. He said, your soul stinks. Your soul stinks. Really think about that. Your soul reeks. All these niggas that's fucking all these hoes right now and all that, your soul smells. Every night I asked all of my homeboys that be doing all this stuff, does that shit not creep up on you at night? Does it not creep up on you at night? I know it does. I know it does. I know you're up at night. Damn, I shouldn't have did that. Damn, I was just horny. Damn, I shouldn't have did that. That's why I'm a virgin right now, man. And I've been on this this retention journey, I guess you could say. But it's really a lifestyle. So you could call it my journey. Yes, my journey, because your life is a journey too. So yes, my retention journey. But I'm doing this shit for the rest of my life. Right? The only thing, listen, I say this to my homies all the time, and it comes straight from all these higher ups. Illuminati, onto Cuz especially, man. Fucking all of them niggas basically inspired me. Like, that's energy right there. That's wealth. You can make a family with that. A family is wealth. Health is wealth. That's health right there. Women literally will pay for that shit to clear their skin up, bro. That's health. That's wealth. And you're just letting it to all these fucking porn stars and all this. And of course, I'm 16 years old. Of course I've been a victim to that shit. Of course I've been up, ready to watch that. Of course I have. Who hasn't? What 16-year-old boy hasn't looked that shit up and, smack one out? Who hasn't? But I'm saying, you should not let it control you, and I'm not saying you can't, no, right? Because who doesn't want to do that? Of course everyone wants to do that. But give it to the right girl, man. Do not give it to these level 1 dimensional bots. They're literally sucking. It's their thoughts. They want your energy. These girls will literally they will fuck one nigga and then just jump to the next. She's not trying to build nothing with that guy. She gives up one of her most prized possessions. One time with the guy that she doesn't even know. Girls will give up their most, same thing with the guys. That's one of your most prized possessions. You protect it with your life, right? It's like your eyes. Their vagina, in your opinion, it's the key to your soul almost. Your eyes and nose, it's the key to your soul. Why when when niggas do that, the girls get attached? Because it's a key to their soul. You're touching their soul, man. Y'all are touching souls. Y'all are literally intertwining like this, right? Y'all are like this. Y'all are intertwining, and you want to give that to a one-off girl. Fuck is wrong with you, bro? That's why I'm a virgin now. I haven't found no girl that's worth really, giving my energy to. Not one. Not one that have I found that was worth giving my energy to. Not one single one. That's why I'm very abstinent, celibate, if you will. I'm a virgin, man. Haven't gotten no head or nothing like that, man. Of course, I've kissed here and there, but, right? A lot of it is lust, too, man. A lot of it is, I'm going to pause and walk past this woman. A lot of it is lust, man. Seriously. Let me keep going. Look like a boss, I still take it, bitch, and fuck the first night at my loft. But yeah, back to what I was saying. These girls and these boys give their most prized possession to someone that doesn't give a fuck about them or they don't give a fuck about. Niggas are looking around, all they see is butt cheeks. They don't see a heart, they don't see a soul, they don't see a mind. That's a person that you're doing that shit with. It's not just butt cheeks. And you're looking through the lens of lust. You want to look through the lens of love. Now, if you're doing out of love, that's a completely different thing. Obviously, it's a sin to have sex before marriage, but if I'm being honest, 95% of people do that shit before marriage anyway. So if you're going to do it out of love, do it out of the lens of love and not through the lens of lust. That's one of the most important things that I can say, man. Obviously, everybody has lust. Everybody falls into it a few times. I've fallen into it, but I'm saying don't let it control you. And look through life through the lens of love and not lust. Your life will change, bro. My life hasn't even changed. I'm not even one. I'm 1% better than I was yesterday and 1% better than the day before. 2%. That's 2% a week. That's 7% a week that you get better. And that ceiling is infinite. It's not going to 100%. You can be 150%. You can be 1,000% yourself, bro. That's what my shit on Instagram is. Be yourself. You want to tap into your true higher self. And that higher self doesn't stop. It's limitless. It's literally limitless. Knowledge is power. That knowledge is limitless. You don't ever stop learning in your life. There's 80-year-olds that you can teach something. You can teach an 80-year-old, someone that has lived 80 years on this earth, something. Knowledge is limitless. Be 1% better every day. Yesterday, you was laying down, you was lazy, so what? Yesterday, you beat it. Today, don't even look at that. Don't even think about it. If you think about it, do some push-ups or something. That's already 1% better. If you think about it, this big battle is, oh, I just gotta fight, I gotta fight it, bro, you're never gonna beat that shit. That's real talk. You're never gonna beat that. Right? And lust is only an obstacle. It's not a battle. Lust is an obstacle, not a battle. You can never escape lust. Even the strongest, Mr. Family Man and all that, he'll see a big booty one time and, damn, I'll tear that up. He'll think that one time. Just because it's in our nature. God made us like that to see how strong we are mentally. He did that. It's a test. He did that. It's a test to see how strong we are mentally, bro. Really think like that, bro. Even the strongest family man thinks like that. Everybody's going to think like that. It's just who's going to succumb to it or not. Are you going to be controlled by your fleshly desires, or are you going to take control of your life and give it to God? That's real talk right there, too. So, again, look through life with the lens of love and not lust. That's so important. That's why a lot of these young men struggle today with personality and all this, because they look through life with the lens of lust. They'll be in class thinking of booty, booty, booty. I used to be the same way. I still am kind of. I'm not going to act like I'm perfect, but I'm fighting against it. Not fighting against it, I'm getting around it. Oh yeah, that's what I lost. It's not a fight. It's not a battle. It's an obstacle. Lust is not a battle. It's an obstacle. You don't fight it. You want to know who fights that? The Lord. Because lust comes from the devil. And who fights the devil? The Lord. He gives you the strength to fight it. He gives you the strength to step over it. He gives you the strength to jump around it. He gives you the strength to get out of bed. He gives you he helps you wake up in the morning. The Lord wakes you up every single morning. He gives you the energy to walk. He gives you the strength to walk. He gives you the strength to abstain. He's stronger than the devil. And the only way that you'll beat that is not by going through it, is by going around it. You cannot fight lust. That's what I was saying. The strongest, most charismatic, non-lustful, God-fearing, loving man, because it's in our nature, still has lustful thoughts. He's still lustful in nature. But what does he do to escape that? He goes around it. If you feel those lustful feelings, oh, I gotta jack one out or something, go do a push-up. Go read a book. Go read the Bible, bro. You'll never touch yourself again. I guarantee it. You'll never touch yourself again. Again, I'm not perfect. This might not even get to anybody. I might not even post it, but just to let it out. You'll never touch yourself again. Every time you think of that stuff, you go to the Bible and go to something that's talking about lust and how disgusting it is, how evil it is. You'll never do that shit again. I promise you. Promise you'll never touch yourself again. If you want to beat it, every time you think of that shit, go read the Bible, go outside, go drink some water, go do something. Look what I'm doing. I'm just out here walking. And this is me getting 1% better, bro. It's literally that easy. If you want to beat it, seriously, and I'm not talking about beat your little fucking meat. If you want to beat lust, you want to get around it, fill that time. You cannot fight it. You cannot sit there and fight it. Ask anybody. It's literally impossible. That shit literally sits there and eats you up. You will sit there with the freaking craziest erection of all time, and it feels like it's pulling you. It feels impossible to break away from. Lust feels impossible to break away from, bro. You're sitting there, you're watching this, it's so stimulating, it's impossible to break away from. A real woman cannot fucking compete with that. If you're gonna do it, go do the real thing and do not think with lust. Look through the lens of love. And if you want to go around it, you want to get rid of it, you want lust to go away, the more and more you get around it, the weaker it will be. But it will always be there. Those thoughts will never go away because we are sexual in nature. We are humans. We reproduce. It makes sense. It's natural. It's natural to want to do that, but it's more of a don't make it unhealthy, and definitely not watching porn or nothing like that, bro. Drop that porn. If you're going to do that stuff and be sexual in nature and be satisfying your flesh sexually, do it with the girl that you love and she loves you back very dearly. Do it with the girl that you think you can call your wife. Do not do it with no random smut, no concubine, as if you will. You know, a slut is what they would say. A smut, and you know, anything like that. A whore. Don't do it with those, because those are. This is just a smut, a slut. All that starts with the S. Succubus, concubine. They're trying to get your energy, bro. And don't get me started on the whole bot thing. I can talk for hours and hours about that because I see it happen in real life. And I sound like some Illuminati, but again, I'm not copying him. I'm taking major inspiration. I sound like Von Two Cut, but I'm not trying to copy him. I'm taking inspiration, bro. But I'm out, though. Seriously. Listen, look through life through the lens of love and not lust, man. And remember, the richest man in the room has wealth, not riches. Really remember that. He's rich in family, he's rich in life. The man richest in life is the richest in the room. The man richest with knowledge is the richest in the room. Using that knowledge is a whole different thing. The rich man that just has a lot of money, but you know, he doesn't have a wife, he doesn't have kids, he doesn't believe in God, he's not rich at all. He might be rich here, but he's not rich up here. Knowledge is power, power is money, man. Remember that. The richest man in the room is not the one with the most money or the nicest designer clothes. It's the man with the most knowledge and the most life in him. You see those 80-year-old billionaires, man, they can't even spend their money. They're fucking depressed. They spent their whole life working. They can't even enjoy it. They're fucking old sacks. You see this 20-year-old guy with no money, and he's the happiest he's ever been. Hasn't worked a day in his life. Happiest he's ever been. Prays every day. Works out. Broke as hell, but his life is great because he's rich in life. He's reading books. He's rich in knowledge. Remember that, bro. You want to be the wealthiest man, not the richest. The richest are these fleshly desires that we have. They're all the Balenciagas that you want. You can wear them, that's cool, but don't put too much emphasis on them. That's all I got to say, man. Okay, that was crazy.